Welcome to Circle of Hearts Radio. Journey with Grandmother Allayah as she enters her magical world of relics, sacred sites, and ancient crystal skulls. Meet with exciting trailblazer authors and individuals shifting the consciousness of humanity. Send her your questions to be answered on air on her monthly segment, Ask the Oracle. And now your host, Grandmother Allayah, in the sanctuary on the airwaves on OMTimes Radio.
So everybody bear with me while I'm trying to get her back. Now, the whole thing is, welcome to the, sanctuary, and this is... Okay, I think we're on air, Reverend. I won't know until the next commercial comes up.
Okay, all right.
A crazy day. So, how are you?
Oh, I'm really great, honey. It's been a wonderful year so far. It's going good. Yeah.
I'm going to tell everybody, poor Reverend Yolanda is beat today. I think, I don't know what's going on with the energies today. She's tired. She's usually 100% wired and ready. And, my poor friend looks like somebody beat her down today.
Oh, not at all. Not at all. I just had to find a place where I could hear you. I couldn't hear you. So now I can.
A little bit with the volume here. Can you hear me more?
Okay.
Okay, we're doing good. Now, hopefully we're on this station.
Okay.
Otherwise, you and I are just talking. I'll find out in about 10 minutes.
Okay. All righty.
So here we go. Oh, poor Yolanda's out in a cafe. This is a crazy day.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
You're doing good.
Yeah. Oh my God. I don't even know where to start. Are we starting the interview now? Is that what we're doing?
That's what we're doing.
Okay.
I think we're on air.
Hi, everybody. Reverend Yolanda here. I'm out and about in New York City. I just did 2 Sunday morning services for Unity Center here in New York City. And then I was dealing with my band and everything and talking to people at church. And so then I had to run over to a cafe to be with you today, so on the phone. And I'm just now getting settled. And I think I've caught my breath now. So here we are.
Oh, great. So the last time I talked to you, you were down south.
I was in Tennessee.
There's been so much going on. I keep track of you on Facebook and go, this person never sits still.
I know, it's a busy life. I'm really happy that God is providing opportunities for me to do what I do. It's very exciting.
Now, when I was just thinking last night when, I'm very much into the soul paths, why souls, do what they do and, the challenges. And I don't know if you read the fine print on the contract coming in, being incarnated, what you're getting yourself into.
I don't know. I probably didn't.
You didn't have glasses on or something, It's like,
yeah.
You've had a really interesting and challenging life. So are you?
Oh, that's true.
What made you go into the ministry for people that really don't know you?
Oh, okay. Well, so I was born and raised in Alabama, and I was always very interested in spiritual things and was raised in the church. And when I was a teenager, I was very inspired by a music minister friend of mine who was older than me, but a young man. And he had a very powerful effect on me. And when I graduated high school, I wanted to be a music minister because of his influence. And so certainly within the traditional fundamentalistic church, Christian church at that time, there wasn't room for a queer person to express themselves. And so I went on a different path. and pursued musical theater and created, rock and roll bands and all of that kind of stuff. And then in 2009, I found One Spirit Interfaith Seminary, and it started really calling to me. And I decided to fulfill my dream of becoming a music minister. So I went to seminary, and by the time I had graduated, I had created what is now my music ministry, Reverend Yolanda's Old Time Gospel Hour.
And it's great because you have a variety of music from the CDs or the MP3s you'll send me. It goes from very charismatic, and then you have certain songs like We Were Angels, which is almost like a ballad, but it tells a story. And then you have the curtain. Am I saying it right? Airtan.
Oh, that's kirtan.
That's right. So, I didn't say it right. Yeah, I know
that. Yeah, that kirtan is a Hindu form of call and response singing, and so on my CD, on that particular CD, that's called Reverend Yolanda's Country Gospel Kirtan. And what I do on that CD is I blend country gospel sounds with Hindu kirtan music and create a unique sound that has a world flavor to it.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. You are very expansive.
Oh, thank you.
And it's great because, you have a lot of videos on YouTube. And if anybody's in a down mood, go and check out Yolanda's, videos, because by the time you start listening to her, I mean, your mood just lifts.
Oh,
it's like
that's so sweet.
When you say old time gospel, I mean, it's very unique. It's very unique. It just brings you up and, makes you smile.
So, thank you.
Well, no, it's true. I do. I'll sit there and I'll listen. Hey, this is great. This is what we really need. Really need in the world. Music is a great healer.
I think so. Yeah, I really do.
So that's well, it's great you do what you do.
Yeah, I'm thrilled to be able to do it. I'm glad that God opened a way for me to have this unique life. It's really beautiful.
So, I see that you've gone into acting.
Oh, yes. Well, I've always been an actor. I mean, so what I'm doing right now is I'm, looking for ways to create authentic representations of queer people in the media. So I have an agent, and I'm auditioning for TV and film, and it's going really well. I just did a film actually it's an independent film. It was called Le Fleur of Life, and I played a psychic.
Oh,
and
cool.
He was a sort of a trans person psychic by the name of Walter Love, and he had a TV show, and he explained spiritual principles, metaphysics, and tarot reading and stuff like that, all the kinds of things that I do. It was really a great part for me because I do all of those things, and she was looking for what she called a feminine man. I call a transgender person. So she filmed me as if I were Walter Love with this TV show, and it was really, really, really fun. It was a lot of fun.
I can imagine. I really, knowing, you and your person, I can imagine what you brought to the table on that one.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was so much fun. It really was. And so those are the things that I'm exploring right now too. I've always been an actor. I mean, I started acting in high school, and my first college degree, my BA, is in acting. But then I have an MFA in performance arts. So I mean, acting and creating roles and things like that for myself I've been doing it for as long as I can remember, So currently, with the opening in mainstream television and film for roles for transgender people, I'm exploring that and seeing what might open up for me there.
Yeah, no, that sounds interesting. I don't know whether it's on Comcast cable or they changed H2 or something. They have Viceland.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's a particular channel, and it seems to me that's what they're exploring. And
I don't even know.
I'll have to go check what channel it is, because I think it's too serious. I don't think it, for me getting to know you, or even if you consider me mainstream, I don't think that they're presenting it right. I mean, who's for me to really criticize TV? But it's still projecting, like an old pattern. It's not making people, hey, this is the way we are. It's making it into something else. I think it needs to upgrade itself a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I'm not sure what you're speaking to, but there are some wonderful, TV shows now. Certainly the one called Transparent that's on.
Your conscious lifestyle on steroids. OMTimes Radio. IOM-FM. The number one reason girls drop out of school in sub-Saharan Africa is lack of access to feminine hygiene products. The Pads for Schoolgirls Project, an outreach of Humanity Healing International, is changing this paradigm by setting up sewing programs at schools, teaching girls a vocational skill, while producing the reusable pads that help keep them attending classes. The girls pay it forward by making and giving pad kits to other girls in need. To learn more, visit humanityhealing.org. Humanity Healing is where your heart is.
Matt Connerton here. Join Jen Coffey and I twice a week for Matt Connerton Unleashed, a political talk show that's a little different than what you're used to. No liberal or conservative agenda here, just an honest dialogue about truth and how things really work in the world of politics. Matt Connerton Unleashed, every Tuesday and Thursday night at 11 p.m. Eastern on OMTimes Radio.
Do you want to be a better communicator? Do you want to better connect with the important people in your life? Do you want to enrich your relationships? If so, join me, Matthew Cooper, on the Positive Control System Show every Wednesday evening at 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on OMTimes Radio. I'll meet you there.
Being a radio host on IOM-FM allows you to build your show on a rich platform with the power of the internet to fulfill your outreach goals and connect with a very specialized and global online audience, unlimited by time and distance. OMTimes Radio will provide you with web relevance, a recognizable conscious brand, and with the standard of excellence that has accompanied every single OMTimes endeavor. Host your show with OMTimes Radio Network. A conscious lifestyle for a mindful life. OMTimes Radio. IOM-FM.
It is. I'm trying to go inside now.
You're probably blowing away here.
I know, it's a traveling kind of day.
Yeah, it's one of these, we have to look at it. This is fun. I was able to connect with you. Of course, nothing worked out perfectly, but that's what we found out since I heard the commercial. Well, we are on air.
Oh, good. Hey, everybody. We're on the air. This is Traveling with Reverend Yolanda Day.
Yes, it is. It's probably in New York City. If it's like in Jersey, the wind is unbelievable.
Oh, exactly. It's kind of a chilly day, but it's very beautiful outside. But I'm about to walk into the Time Warner Center where I think things will be a lot calmer, and we can have your conversation.
Yes, so everybody, if you're hearing all these strange sounds, this is traveling Yolanda at the moment.
Indeed. It seems like I'm always traveling. I just got back from Alabama, which was very interesting.
Yeah.
Which I want to tell you. I definitely want to tell you about. So hold on, let me get inside here. Okay. That was a really interesting story. My one of my favorite uncles passed away.
I'm sorry about that.
And so I went to Alabama to the funeral, and I got to see all of my relatives. And it was really wonderful to reconnect with my cousins who were so dear to me when I was growing up. And I had all my sparkly nail polish on and, my women's wear and everything. And nobody had a thing to say about it. Everybody was so nice and so welcoming and so lovely. I just felt really blessed by the whole experience.
Do you think that's because of you just have a wonderful family? I mean, Alabama, yes. I was going to say, I would worry. Actually, yes. I'd worry any part in the United States because people are learning to be more understanding. But, you still run into some that, I'm sure that you really don't want to run into.
Yeah, every now and then it happens. But my emphasis right now is to really help people understand how many really great people there are in America that are so eager to embrace diversity,
Mm-hmm.
And that is what I'm experiencing over and over and over again, and I'm really thankful for it.
No, I mean, it really is time because it's everybody's just a soul, a spirit, a human being, that's, I think I've talked to you that before, people keep on saying, oh, I want to meet an alien,
Yeah.
But if they can't accept everybody that's on the earth, whether it's religions or genders or whatever, forget bringing somebody from outer space,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's a major shift in consciousness right now, and it is taking place, and we're seeing, and I've said this for a long time, but actually we really see it now because of the political situation. Those people that don't want, human consciousness to shift are really getting loud about it, and so we're seeing that in politics and everything, but what we're not seeing so much, on the major news coverage and everything, is the amount of people that really want change. They really want to embrace this new age that's coming into our world. It's inevitable, So that's what I'm experiencing over and over as I travel. I was in Dallas recently, having another incredible experience with a convention of music ministers, youth music ministers from all over the country and all over different kinds of churches. So over and over again, I keep running into people, keep finding people that are embracing change and accepting diversity and wanting to create a new consciousness. And I'm really thrilled about that.
Yeah, seriously, I was going to say, getting to know you over, the past year, I think it's your personality. I mean, it's not, I mean, you just come off with love, and it's not an artificial. I mean, it just really, you're very approachable. It's like you're the goodwill ambassador. I'm not trying to, play it down. I seriously mean it as a compliment. That I think people feel very comfortable, and then they're saying, oh, well, why should I be bothered by anything? There's no reason, that this is a great person.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly. I think that is happening, and I'm thankful, for that. I'm thankful that I have this kind of ability to connect with people because I inherently really care about people and love people. So, it's nice. I've really learned how to release my judgments and feel my feelings and create boundaries. And, it's been a long journey, but I think I'm at a good place with it all.
No, I think you're doing great. And like I said, people that don't really know you yet, or even, that have listened to my shows, they don't realize that I just one day wrote you an email and say, I got to know you.
Yes, you did. You most certainly did.
And it's like, we're fast friends, over the year, have you on because I think your energy is warm, and the people can say, okay, they get to know a human being. They're not getting the media, all the hypes and everything else. A really fun person.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. That's very sweet.
But it's like I said, then we tackle, days like today, and you're a good sport about it. So you probably after all, your hectic morning go, oh, I've got this headache, and I'll talk on the radio.
Oh yeah, it's all good. Oh Lordy.
So
yeah, so go ahead.
Well, I was just getting my own thoughts here. What I know in the last segment, we're going to have you talk about some of your music, because what we had planned, unless we want her Yolanda on the street in the wind singing.
Right. I could.
That's going to work. Let's not bring, have people. Well, that might not be too bad, but drive.
Yeah, I could go down to the subway, I suppose, and pull out my guitar and start playing. It might be too loud, though.
Yeah, no, I don't think in the background and everything. Maybe the next time.
Okay, next time.
we'll do on the street. We'll be a little bit more prepared on that one, but this is really cool. I think you deserve your, a nice coffee or a nice drink after this one.
No, it's a busy day, but I had a wonderful time at church this morning, and I think it's relevant to our discussion because I was at a Unity church, and the minister there I've known for many years, and he knew me as Roger, and so he had me at his church before as Roger, singing and doing different things. And so it just so happened, when I graduated seminary and I started my music ministry, and I realized that I really am a transgender person and I really want people to see me that way, I called him up and I said, well, Justin, this is what's going on. I need you to call me Yolanda now, and this is how I live my life now, And if you don't want me to come to your church anymore, I understand, but this is how I need to show up at your church if you want to have me. And he said, of course I want to have you. This is like, it should have been like that all the way along. All you had to do was ask, and it's just, again, there are so many wonderful people in churches that are ready and willing to embrace diversity and change, and I was worried about that, but it's true. It's really, really happening, so it's very exciting.
Yeah, it is. It sounds like it's probably like a burden off your shoulders, and probably others that are feeling the same way. I know after the commercial break, I said I have a little promo to do, but then I want to get into how maybe your friends are, the ones that you do certain fundraisers and, certain other things from, because right at the moment I'm going to, I can't remember the names. But how are they experiencing the same as you are?
Okay.
So, what is it? The one individual, Candy something.
Oh, you're talking about Candy Samples? Oh, she's my buddy. She's such a
Yeah,
sweetie.
that's what I'm saying. Kind of, I've seen some of the things that you put out on Facebook and stuff. I'm going,
Uh-huh.
you two have too much fun. You have too much fun with all the things that you're doing.
Oh, she's a really great friend of mine. And of course, she's a Southern girl too. So.
So we'll kind of bring her in after the break, and because I'm sure everybody experiences things differently. I was wondering if she's having the same wonderful experience that you are.
Well, indeed. Well, she is. She's a really good person. I mean, Candy is one of those people that really wants to make a difference in the world. And so she has begun to do fundraising for what we call here in New York City the AIDS Walk, which is a fundraiser for people with AIDS. And I'm HIV positive, so we connected over that. And I also do a fundraising party for people with AIDS called The Winter is a Drag Ball. So we had a lot in common in that area. And then I just started asking her if she'd like to be part of my church, which you've seen, Church with a 2-drink minimum, that we do once a month. Yeah, and it's really fun. It's basically a gospel brunch, but we do it at a club in the East Village here in New York City. And we call it Church with a 2-drink minimum because it's happy hour and, we're drinking pink margaritas and stuff like that.
Sounds good. We'll have to go more into that when we get back, okay?
Okay, cool. Absolutely. Ooh. Oh, my God. Ooh.
The cutting edge of conscious radio, OMTimes Radio, IOM-FM. OMTimes Magazine is one of the leading online content providers of positivity, wellness, and personal empowerment. A philanthropic organization, their net proceeds are funneled to support worldwide charity initiatives via Humanity Healing International. Through their commitment to creating community and providing conscious content, they aspire to uplift humanity on a global scale. OMTimes, co-creating a more conscious lifestyle.
Circle of Hearts Radio is a sanctuary on the airwaves. Join me, Grandmother Allayah, in the circle on Sunday 2 p.m. Eastern as I share information to both enlighten and nourish your soul.
Hi everyone, this is Shay Parker, the host of Best of the Best, which airs live right here on IOM Radio every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Pacific. I'm super excited to bring you expert guest hosts, spiritual discussions, free psychic readings, and so much more. I can promise that you will not want to miss this one-of-a-kind, fun, yet touching, down-to-earth show. Join us every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific on OTR-FM. This is Shay Parker, and I can't wait to see you there.
Host your show on IOM-FM, the radio network of OMTimes Media, one of the more recognized brand names in the conscious community, and is backed by the extensive marketing reach of OMTimes. Hosting a show on IOM-FM immediately connects you with our extensive dedicated community. Feed your soul with waves of consciousness on OMTimes Radio.
Well, before we get back to my friend Yolanda, I want to give a little shout out promo for a good friend of mine. And as this show is expanding more and more, I'm going to have this one little section about books that I've been reading. Now, the book that I want to bring to your attention, since I'm very much a crystal person and working with the skulls and the different crystals and stuff, how people approach crystals. In the beginning, I myself didn't know anything about them. And I searched and read many, many books, and a lot of the books pretty much just tell you this is what it is and you're supposed to accept it. Now, my friend Christy Huggs, Her website's www.lotusmooncrystals.com. She shares her intuitive knowledge. She is a facilitator of a person how to teach you to work with crystals. Now, I just want to bring out a little bit quote that in your journey with crystals, Christy has put out, I believe there's no one right way. When it comes to working with your crystals, it's your way. Do what feels best for you. This is your intuition, higher self guiding you. Become self-empowered. Do not be dissuaded by others who say there's only one way. There's simply not. So she's pretty much telling you, we're at a point of our life, seek the information from yourself. And I'd like you to really check out her site, www.lotusmooncrystals.com, and please be in contact with her. She has her list of books on Amazon there, and she's there to help you in any way she can. She's a great person. I trust her completely, and please give her a shout. And I thank you for, like I said, we're going to have little segments where I'm going to tell you about different books. And today I'm just starting this off. Now back to our fun. You there?
Yes, yeah, that was cute.
What I brought out about others, because like I said, I know your personality, and I also, I watch Facebook, keeping tabs on, different people, just to see what's going on.
Yeah.
And because I really think, like you said, that people are bypassing all the media hypes and stuff, or the people that are complaining the loudest is because I think they fear the change that we can accept everybody as just human beings, whether it's religion, whether anything. So
Yeah.
I was wondering from your perspective, and I hate saying in your community, because we're still at this point of, one community and, mainstream, but it's merging. How are others receiving, from everybody? Are they getting the same wonderful experience? Because so many people seem so hesitant. I know in your work, you must run into many people trying to, find themselves, as we say in the 60s.
Right, yeah.
So are they, is it getting easier?
Actually, I think it is. Yes, I do actually think it is. It's, the foundational work that we did lay in the 60s was very, very powerful. That was an incredibly spiritual time, the alignment of the planets and everything. It was the dawning of the age of Aquarius, mm-hmm. And now we're sort of really getting into the age of Aquarius, and consciousness is shifting, whether people want it to or not. But what's really I see happening is that young people really, really get it, and for the most part. I mean, there are still some, problems here and there, but for the most part, most young people that I meet, in their 20s and below, really, really get it. They respond to me easily. They have an easier sort of time of defining themselves, figuring out their sexual identities and their, gender identities and the way they want to appear in the world. Because people, like us, have paved the way for that. That we've really done a lot of work, laying groundwork for young people. So I do think things are getting easier for people. I was just in the church that I was just in is actually predominantly much older people, from their 40s on up to their 80s and stuff like that. And even in this demographic, people are finding themselves able to change their consciousness and find support. And, I think now if you really put it out there, that you want to make certain changes in your life, then the attraction rate of finding that support comes so much quicker, not quicklier, comes so much more quickly. But
okay.
I just think the attraction rate is really, really fast these days. I do.
What amazes me is, let's say, the older ones, which I'm part of. I grew up in the 60s, and there was such diversity and freedom, during that generation. And, it didn't matter if you wore the tie-dye. It didn't matter what how you, appearances didn't matter. Or anything. And it's like, as soon as we got older, what happened?
Well, I think a lot of things happened. Certainly AIDS happened, and that scared people. And then a surge of fundamentalistic thinking came to the fore. People began to subscribe to the idea that punishment was the way to handle things. And we also can't forget about how we've allowed corporate greed to run the world, So a lot of things happened politically and spiritually. And I'm not saying that that's all bad. I'm just saying that, it went from a lighter tone in the 60s, a little bit. I mean, there was war going on and everything, but there was this energy. Yeah, there was still this energy of lightness and transformation. It got a little dark. It got a little darker in the 80s, I think, and started to poke itself out again in the mid to late 90s. And now in the 2000s, we have, so much light flooding the world, which is causing the darkness to polarize. It's causing the darkness to show itself in just very evident ways, like you can't ignore it anymore, So I think the whole journey has been really, really important,
I know, like I said, I don't know who, there's always a purpose for something, who started to, feed in with the fear into the mass consciousness of people are different, this is not right, like you said, punish and stuff. And when you were talking about the AIDS, this, I think that was a really big factor.
I do too. I think it was a really big factor, yeah.
And that's not fair because, in Africa, AIDS is prevalent, among all people in Africa. I'm not singling it out. I'm just saying, but you come to the States and all of a sudden now they isolate it and say, this group. And that's not fair. It's a virus. It's, how it happens or whatever. It's still just a virus. Right. So, but the fundraisers, I know in my younger days, when my husband was a DJ, we did a few AIDS for children fundraisers. Yeah. Yeah. And everybody involved is so absolutely wonderful, and everybody had the focus of, what can we do to help? Yeah. So on your fundraisers, are you you're getting that same response? More and more people are saying, let's understand, what can we do? What can we change?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, we get packed houses. I do a thing called The Winter is a Drag Ball. I host this fundraiser for people with AIDS, and I've been doing it for 20 years. 20 years. And it is packed. It's sold out to the max every year. And we raise so much money for people with AIDS, and it's incredible. People love it. They want to be a part of something good, And you were talking about my friend Candy. She does the same thing. Her slogan is "Use your powers for good." And
that's true. I mean, that's what even this show is. I mean, you use what you're able to do to put some light in the world and understand it.
Right. Yeah, uplift people rather than bring them down. So it's a real thing in the world right now. I mean, I really see it. I really, really see it.
So it's so that part, like I say, you're so busy. I try to catch up. I see you doing this, and then so you do stop home every once in a while, don't you? Or
Well, every third Sunday in Manhattan, we have what I call church with a 2-drink minimum, and it features, all my music and also music of special musical guests that I have. Candy Samples is one of those people. Freddie Freeman, my producer of my CDs, is coming this month. But it's every third Sunday, and you can see that on my website, yolanda.net. And we just have a really good time. It's, like I said, it's a sort of an afternoon brunch, a happy hour time, and we celebrate God. We celebrate life. We really have a church service, but it's filled with so much fun and laughter and light. And, we really touch people. My husband, Glenn, gives a message, and it's all about, finding the best that you can find in yourself and in those around you, So that's what we're really emphasizing with that. And it's a lot of fun. If you want to see a video, go to my website and you will see it. It'll pop right up in front of you, yolanda.net.
And what you could actually do is on my radio page, Facebook radio page, put the video in.
Oh, I'd love to.
So that people, can actually see what's going on, because that's the whole thing. So let people know what's going on in life. And when we come back, we're going to talk about your music.
Okay.
The best of the holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. OMTimes Radio. IOM-FM. As difficult as it is to believe, there are places in Africa where human traffickers sell albino children and their body parts for use in magic rituals. Humanity Healing International is actively working in Uganda to change this paradigm. The Albino Rescue Project finds albino children who are at risk and places them in safe schools and environments where they can learn and grow free from fear. To learn more or to sponsor a child, visit humanityhealing.org. Humanity Healing is where your heart is.
Circle of Hearts Radio is a sanctuary on the airwaves. Join me, Grandmother Allayah, in the circle on Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern, as I share information to both enlighten and nourish your soul.
The name is Bond. James Bond.
No, the name is Joe. The Joe Show. And we are returning back for our 9th season here on OMTimes Radio. So tune in every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, on OMTimes.com/mobile. You can take us wherever you go. Yeah!
Host your show on IOM-FM, the radio network of OMTimes Media, one of the more recognized brand names in the conscious community, and is backed by the extensive marketing reach of OMTimes. Hosting a show on IOM-FM immediately connects you with our extensive dedicated community. Conscious media for conscious minds. OMTimes.
Well, we're back with my friend on a very impromptu interview here on the run. We were going to talk about her music. She was going to sing, but well, that's not going to turn out. So tell me about some of the new songs you've created. I think I've lost her. All right, everybody, hold on. I really do. This is a very interesting day. I think I lost her. Let me see if I can get her back. So, she had, she's don't mind me. I'm sitting here trying to get Yolanda back here with us. So it's let's see. Alrighty. Let's see if she's gonna come on back. Otherwise, you're gonna end up talking to me for the rest of the evening. Like I said, she was on the run today, and maybe we'll get her back yet.
Hey, y'all, please leave me a message, all right? And I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Okay, bye.
Okay, Reverend Yolanda, guess what? We're on the air. I lost you. So, I'll try again, but in between. Hope she's okay. So anyway, we were going to talk about her music. And she has some new information out and some new songs out that have very deep messages. So I'm going to suggest you go to reverendYolanda.net, www.reverendYolanda.net, and check out her videos and her songs, because she definitely has a great message to give everybody. We'll try this once more. So, let's see. Are we going to get her back or not?
Hey, are we back?
Are you there?
I'm here again. I lost you there for a minute.
I lost you actually on air. I left a voicemail. I mean, can this day get any stranger?
Oh, goodness.
So for the last 10 minutes, go with one of your new songs. Tell us a little bit about the wording and the message that you can, if you
Well, I was just singing a song today. Most of my original songs these days I based on the book A Course in Miracles, and I use different lessons from A Course in Miracles. Today, I was singing a song called Step Back, which is a lesson from the Course in Miracles, and it says, step back and let God lead the way. Mm-hmm. So what that suggested to me was in one of those old-timey country songs where, you know, you're talking about going on a road and going on a journey and finding your way back home. And so that's what I was talking about today, and how the journey is always there, and sometimes we falter and sometimes we stumble and we can't find our way. But when we allow ourselves just to step back and really check into Spirit's guidance, you know, we move into our higher glory. And so then it has a chorus of Alleluias that go around about 4 times, and they build and build and build and build. And by the time you get through the last Hallelujah, people are about falling out in the aisles, you know, by that time they're screaming and hollering, you know. So it's a very emotional song.
Yeah, I've heard it. I know you sent me, you know, the MP3 of it. And
oh, good.
And it really is. It makes you think, because even on the mainstream, you know, metaphysical community, that's what we're talking about. That's what's so great, because we're all on the same page here.
Yeah, you know, we really are.
It's a matter of, you know, centering yourself, even though everything seems like it's falling apart on you. As you say, yes. Step back and let God. Even in esoteric teachings, it always it's the same theme, and it's really great that you're bringing out. And the hallelujah part, well, that's that charismatic part of you.
yeah, exactly.
So
it's so fun to just sing hallelujah, you know. I mean, if you sing it enough, it's like a chant. You just reach this blissful state, you know.
Yeah, there was one other song. It started with W. So many... within. Was it within some? It was started with a W. It's one
Say
of
again? I didn't.
it starts with a W. I don't know whether it's within or something. Okay.
I'm not sure which one you're talking about.
Yeah,
We Are Angels is one that's very popular with people. And that has a wonderful...
Yeah, I was going to say, what inspires you to write that one?
Oh, that's a really wonderful story. I was dating a man who worked with differently abled adults in a group home, and he used to refer to his charges as angels struggling to be human. And I thought, what a beautiful way of expressing, the outsider perspective. And so I began to write from the perspective of the caretaker. Why do you feel so out of place, so out of touch with the human race, when there's this light inside of you that you don't even realize, from the point of the caretaker, but also in the second verse, from the point of the outsider, saying, don't you see yourself in me? Don't you see what we can be? Mm-hmm. We are angels together, so the observer and the observed are both angels, both divine expressions of the life force energy. So that has turned out to be my most popular song. And I actually have a CD of like 5 different versions of the song, because I've sung it for 20 years and in many different ways, and have recorded it live and recorded it in the studio in different various ways. So I put out a CD called Angels Only, mm-hmm. and it's 5 different versions of We Are Angels, because it has always resonated to be my fans' most favorite song of mine. So I just released that, and that, of course, is on my website, too.
Well, I'm glad you told this story, because I know that's the song that I always tell you. That's the one that drew me. I was on Facebook.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I was on Facebook, and, I saw that, I listened to it, oh my God, this is wonderful. And I, then I clicked on you, and I'm going, oh, this is interesting.
Oh, yes, that's right. You told me that. I forgot it was that song, but yeah. Oh, wow. How about that?
So, I always say that I'm always guided by, a higher aspect or spirit to connect with certain people. Yeah. And that's how Yolanda and I met.
That's right.
I'm calling you, and I'm going to think, she's going to think I'm crazy. Here I got this reaction.
Oh, no.
But no, that's seriously a beautiful story, because it is so true. People do not see people as they are.
Right. It's such a great story, because it came from from an experience of love between me and the guy I was dating, but also between him and his charges, and it just he loved his job so much, and he loved these people so much, and he saw them that way. And it just relates to all of us, it's a universal thing.
Yeah, no, that really is. It even adds more depth to that, Like I said, that I know is your signature song. And I know
it is my signature song.
And we're coming up to like 2 minutes. I mean, I really thank you for, giving this a try today. I know we had fun here,
of course.
And I said,
thank you for having me, even though I was, all over the place, but I really appreciate it.
It's sort of like the, on the road with Yolanda, I love it.
Yeah. Last time we talked, I was in Tennessee. Now today I'm roaming around New York City. So
yeah, it's like whenever I can catch up with you, I have to, write you. Okay, look at your schedule. When can I get hold of you again? Which I'll have to do again, because
oh, good.
You're very special to this show. I think you're very special.
Thank you.
All the things that you're doing, and say hello to your husband.
Oh, I will.
Maybe
and yours too.
Oh yeah, that's true. Days that I'm talking to him.
Oh, good.
One day,
good.
maybe one day we'll have to have both of you on, because I know his ministry, and he's so intuitive. What he brings out, I read some, the things that he writes, and I go, wow, he balances you. You're crazy.
I know. He's a very wise person. He's a true spiritual teacher. He really is. He's an amazing guy, my husband.
Is like I said, maybe I'll just have a show with him and have you in the background.
Oh yeah, you should. You really should. He has so much to say. It's especially about what's going on in the world right now. He's a really interesting person to talk to about, the world situation and how spirituality ties into politics. He's really good at that.
Yeah, well, I'll probably talk to you both about that, and we'll set something up because, like I said, what he writes, it comes from the heart.
Yeah.
So it's not something that, I know he's very intelligent, but all the words come from the heart. So, my friend, until we talk again, thank you so very much for trying this out today.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. I enjoyed talking to you.
Okay, I'm going to let you go. Have a cup of coffee or have brunch or something.
Yeah, I will.
Enjoy your day and, really play fun. But seriously, I'll talk to you